जय श्री माताजी। उपस्थित सभी सहजी भाई बहनों का इस शाम के ध्यान सत्र में स्वागत है। We welcome all Sahaji brothers and sisters to today's evening meditation from Pratishthan Pune. श्री माताजी की ओर देखते हुए वाइब्रेशंस को महसूस करते हैं। Let's surrender ourselves at the lotus feet of Shri Mataji. Let's feel the vibrations on our palms. सामूहिक बंधन। श्री माताजी से ध्यान की अनुमति मांगते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर आज के सामूहिक ध्यान में बैठने की हमें अनुमति आप प्रदान करें। श्री माताजी, प्लीज ग्रांट अस द परमिशन टू सिट इन टुडेज कलेक्टिव मेडिटेशन। तीन महामंत्र, तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र। नाड़ी संतुलन हेतु हम अपना दायां हाथ जमीन पर रखेंगे, चित्त ईड़ा नाड़ी पर. For balancing purpose, let's close our eyes and place our right hands on the Mother Earth. परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें शुद्ध इच्छा शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए. Shri Mataji, by your grace, please remove all the negativities and our impure desires into the Mother Earth. Right hand back on the lap, left hand towards the ether element. दायां हाथ गोदी में, बायां हाथ आकाश की ओर. परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें शुद्ध कार्य शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए. Shri Mataji, by your grace, please remove all the obstacles, excessive heat from our collective Pingla Nadi to the ether element. दोनों हाथ गोदी में. Both hands back on the lap. चित्त सुषुम्ना नाड़ी पर. परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमारी सुषुम्ना नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमें पूर्ण संतुलन प्रदान कीजिए. Shri Mataji, by your grace, please cleanse our Sushumna Nadi. Shri Mataji, please keep us in the present. चित्त को मूलाधार चक्र पर देते हैं. धीरे धीरे चित्त को स्वादिष्ठान चक्र पर लेके जाते हैं. Let's slowly raise our attention towards the Swadhisthana chakra. नाभि, श्री माताजी, आपकी कृपा से हम संतुष्ट हैं। श्री माताजी, आपकी कृपा में हम शांत हैं। श्री माताजी, आपकी कृपा से हम उदार व्यक्ति हैं। श्री माताजी, by your grace we have the complete satisfaction. Shri Mataji, by your grace we are completely at peace. Shri Mataji, by your grace we are of giving nature. चित्त को ऊपर उठाते हुए अनाहत चक्र पर देंगे। विशुद्धि, आज्ञा, सहस्रारा, परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमारे आत्म साक्षात्कार को दृढ़ कर आज के ध्यान में हमें निर्विचारिता प्रदान करें। श्री माताजी, प्लीज एस्टैब्लिश आवर सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन। श्री माताजी, please take our thoughts away and give us the witness state. Shri Mataji, please grant us the thoughtless awareness state. ध्यान की इसी अवस्था में हम श्री माताजी की अमृतवाणी को आत्मसात करते हैं. While maintaining this meditative state, let's listen to Shri Mataji's speech. आज की अमृतवाणी, क्रिसमस पूजा टॉक, 25 दिसंबर 1993, गणपति पुले.
Then started occupying the place of churches everywhere, and people regarded her as a goddess. It is the people who said, not in the Bible, not in the Christianity, but the people started calling her Madonna, and from that Madonna level, that people started seeing the mother and the motherhood. She was Mahalakshmi, we know that very well, and we worship her as Mahalakshmi. She was Radha. Radha also had a son, and he was like an egg, and the half of the egg was Christ, and half of the egg was Shri Ganesh. But when this child was born, he started crying for his father. Father was Shri Krishna. It's in the, if you read Devi Mahatma, it is there. So always he puts his hands like this towards his father. So one is, as you know, is Shri Krishna's finger, another is Vishnu's. And she was Radha. Ra means energy, Da means the one who has sustained the energy. And she is the one who called him Jesus. Actually, in the Hebrew, it is Yesu. And also in the, thank God I read Bible in Marathi, which was directly translated from Hebrew. Yesu is the name. Yesu is the name of the Mother of Christ, Mother of Shri Krishna. Yesu means, as we call her, Jesu or Yesu from Jasoda or Yashoda. From that she called him. And Christ word comes from Krishna. So she called him Christ and Yesu or Jesus. We too call Yashoda sometimes Jesu or Yesu. So she called him by that name. And that is how she put the link for us to understand how close he was to Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna came only, incarnated only in India, because he would have been too lenient a person to be incarnated in America. As it is, they have no limitations, they have no maryadas, they have no idea of dharma, they are very great adharmis. So, only a person like Christ, who is absolutely pure, wise, and does not believe in the Leela part of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna said that this is all Leela to overcome the strictness of Sri Rama. But Christ did not say so. And despite that, all over, wherever Christianity is practiced, they think it's all Leela. Adharma is Leela. Whatever wrong we do is Leela, after all innocent. It's surprising. Their logic is so funny. I have never been able to understand their logic. All self-destructive, nonsensical logic they have. So, for us Indians, we should know that we have full idea of dharma. We know what is wrong and what is good. But more credit I would give to Christians who are from such countries where they have no idea of Kundalini, have come up so much and have become such great Sahajogis. Now is the blessing of God. Because they were genuine, they were sincere, it is Christ who brought them to Sahaja. Without him, it would not have been possible. Here, Sri Ganesha is just a symbol sort of a thing. He resides in the stones. But there, he incarnated and he told people what is dharma is, which they are supposed to follow, but they never follow. They never follow. They are extremely money-oriented people. It's very surprising what things they have done in the name of God. The most symbolic thing is his birth. He was born in a manger. Just imagine in a manger, full of straws assembled together. This child was born, where there were other animals used to be. See the way this great incarnation took birth. He was not king. He was not a big rich man. He was born as a very poor person and in a place which is something very much below the human standard. This message is that you don't need palaces, you don't need huge places to be born. You can be born anywhere if you are a pure spirit. If you are Christ, such a great personality was born like that. Now the other way now, people go. They are extremely money oriented, very materialistic. I mean, to such a limit that you can't understand what are they up to. They are destroying themselves with whatever money they have made. They have no sense, they have no proportion. This is what is happening in the West. And we are trying to follow them also. We are trying to follow their destructive methods, and we are trying to think that we are very advanced. Advanced towards doom. That's what they are. We have to be very careful with our children, with our relations, that we don't go to their dirty things and take to their dirty ways which they have created in the name of God. In the name of God. Now this group that we have here is quite a large group, and we are Sahajogis. We are all blessed people. We know what is divinity is, and we know what Christ is. Whether you are born a Hindu or anything makes no difference, because Christ is universal. He is the support of the universe. That's what is written in Devi Mahatma. He will be the support of the universe. So, one has to understand that we should never ridicule anybody if he is following Christ, and that we should worship him with the same affection, with the same devotion, with the same surrendering as we worship Sri Ganesh. Because I don't think Christians have any faith about Christ. No faith. We believe in Christ, you believe in Christ, you cure my father, do this, do that. But a Sahajogi's faith works. Your faith is enlightened faith, and it works. But you must have faith in yourself, in Sahajoga, and in the life you are leading. Unless and until this happens to you, you shouldn't call yourself a Sahajogi. I see still there are people on the periphery. Then you don't know what to do about it. You don't understand in a mental way, but you just float into the immense love of God, and you want to give this love to others. But still, materialism becomes subtler with some people. They are still materialistic. They are materialistic in the sense they still think of earning in a bad way some money or something. Maybe that is not so common. But I feel they are now suddenly started getting attached to their children. This attachment is very wrong. You see, children belong to Sahaja Yoga. You have no right on them. Because they straight away wanted children to come back home and not to come to Ganpati Pune. I mean, they are children of Sahaja Yoga. They have to come to Ganpati Pune, no question. But they wanted to take away their children directly. Everything is there directly done. It's not, children are not here for that. They are here to grow in Sahaja Yoga. If you don't want your children to grow in Sahaja Yoga, better take them away. But this is not the way to behave arbitrarily, to take the children away from the school when everybody is coming to Ganpati Pune. And I'm sure children don't like it. They would love to be here. So the materialism, in the sense of children, also saving money part, is working out. And this is something shows the materialism which Christ never clung to. He never wanted it. This one we have to understand. To pay respect to Christ, the best thing is to get out of these materialistic ideas. All right, you have materialistic ideas. As far as I don't say that you don't go to Himalayas, I don't say that you go to, you practice asceticism. I don't say take away, give up your children like Buddha did, nothing of the kind. But your detachment should work. Let's say a bird is there, flying over the ocean of water. It will never drink the water of the ocean because it is saltish. You are there. You are in this world, but you must develop your detachment. In the beginning it was all right, my father is sick, my mother is sick, my child is like this, all this nonsense was all right. But not now. Now the speed of Sahaja Yoga is very fast. And those who will be left behind will be left behind. So be careful. Do not get entangled into these materialistic ideas. And for Indians especially, they don't like to stay in ashrams. Indians want to have their homes so they can dominate their wives, have their special type of food, this, that, and work out all their ugly tastes all the time. I would say that must be the reason people must have said that Indians must fast to get rid of their tongue's desires. They will, even when fast, think about food. What's the use? Christ fasted for 40 days and Satan asked him that you should give up your fast and do this and do that. He never listened. So materialism works out in two types. First of all, in the West now, is the materialism is my house, my wife, my children. And in the East is what sort of food I eat, what sort of a house I should have, what sort of a family I should have. All these things are still lingering. As your ascent has become subtler, they are also becoming subtler and subtler. And they are holding you back. There are all kinds of things. For example, I know of Sahaja Yogis who want to make business out of Sahaja Yoga. There are. Like these people here outside, they want to sell their things to us and to make money out of us. There was a demand that there were no saris. I said, all right, take saris. But you are not to buy from outside. Also they will go to some shop here and have something to drink or something to eat and then suffer from something. What is the need? Can you not control your thirst? Can you not control your appetite? It's very easy. Did he not do it? Christ did it. You have come here to worship him. Try to control these things, are very important. And once it happens, it doesn't matter if you get food, doesn't matter if you don't get some good place to live in. You can live anywhere. Anywhere. As far as I am concerned, you know that very well. I have no demands. My body doesn't demand anything. It's such a good body, it never demands. And that's why I've seen that I never feel tired. I'm here with you, and in the same way I'm anywhere. If you make me sleep here, I can sleep the whole night. My body never says anything. On the contrary, I've seen the experience is very different. Once I traveled by train, I think from Pune to Hyderabad or something. And the train, I was on the wheel, and the thing was jumpy all that. And slept off, and what I was thinking, I was feeling that I am going from one star to another star, moving from the whole universe. I never felt the jump, I felt the other way around, that the whole thing is going, the body is moving from this star to that star, from there to there. Somebody would be absolutely angry for a thing like that. On the contrary, I was enjoying nice jumping from here to there, to going to this star and to that star and moving from one place to another. It was very interesting. So the reaction is very different. Reaction is different. If there is a crisis, suddenly I become thoughtless, completely thoughtless. And a kind of a tremendous peace starts pouring out of it. If there is a crisis. And this is what you all can achieve, very simply, if you get detached. See, I have children, I have grandchildren. I never telephone to them. I'm not bothered. If they telephone, well and good. I never telephone to my husband also. I always think that it's a waste of time of telephoning here and telephoning. I have got all telephones within myself. I know everybody is all right. So why to telephone to them? But unless and until you develop that kind of a status, it won't. Then another thing I've noticed about Sahaja is that they become suddenly very violent, and there are reports that some people were hit. That's not being a Sahaja. I've never raised my hand against even my own children. It's not allowed. Nobody has to raise the hand or touch somebody's body to be violent. It's absolutely, such a person will fall very deep down into Sahaja without doing anything. You're not to get angry, you're not to shout. Nothing of the kind is going to help you. You have to be absolutely peaceful, calm, compassionate. If there is a wrong type of a man, just tell me, I'll manage. You don't have to handle such situations and misbehave because you are still attached. And that attachment will pull you down. So be careful not to be angry. Look at Christ. He was angry with the people who were selling things near the church. At that time it was not the church, but they call it a tabernacle. And he was very angry that in the temple of God, these people are selling things outside. And he took a big hunter and hit them hard. But he was Christ. But at the same time, when he was crucified, he said, "Oh God, my Father, please forgive them because they don't know what they are doing." This is what is one has to understand from him. His character, how forgiving, how loving he was, how he looked after the people, how he helped people for their emancipation. In those days of complete chaos and anarchy, he stood up and talked about truth and about such things like spirit, like ascent. They were all blind people. They didn't know what it was he was talking about. And he talked about it. There's a lot of myths that exist in the Bible, and one of them is that when the resurrection time will come, your bodies will come out of your graves. It is not only with Christianity, but also with the Muslims and also for the Jews. Now think of it. After so many years, what remains in the graves, few bones. And these few bones, if they come out, how can you give them realization? Think of it. It's a big myth. One should understand, logically it's not proper. So what is the thing is, I must say, Naladamaintyakhyan, in the Indian philosophy, they have given a clear-cut idea that when this Kali Yuga will come, so many great seekers who are seeking God in the hills and dales, mountains, will be born again, and they will be given their self-realization. Their Kundalini will be awakened. This is what is said, and that seems to be a very logical thing because we are doing that. And today's population growth is also because so many have taken birth. I don't know how many will get their self-realization, how many they are going to get it. But those who have got it have to establish themselves. And there also I find there's some sort of a very subtle type of attachment with people. So for the time being, I feel that you should all surrender yourself to the qualities of Christ, which are immense qualities. And the greatest is that he cannot tolerate anything against the Holy Ghost. That is the only time he is going to come out and work it. I tell you, if you are a Sahaja and if you misbehave, he allows you to some extent. There's one fellow in America wanted to talk to me on the telephone and discuss about Sahaja. But he found me a bit too much for him, perhaps, and he started talking to Sahajogis and he didn't talk to me. And everybody was very angry. I said, forget it. The other day I received a message that he was doing a program, same time, and he collapsed because he got paralysis. So he is not a surgeon. I am not responsible. But if somebody calls me a mother, then the Param Chaitanya respects that. And you have no business to hit anybody or to talk to anyone rudely in any manner, those who are Sahajogis. Of course, if you want to tell somebody off, there are ways. This should be done like a Sahaja way and not like the violent things. It's very, very wrong, and I'm very upset to hear that people suddenly become violent, even now in Sahaja. This comes from liver, I know. You can go in for your liver treatment, improve yourself, but don't think that you can get away with it. You cannot. It's better such people fast for 2 days and punish themselves. Temper is the worst thing, and Shri Krishna has told that temper is the worst, from where everything starts. So we must control our temper and understand that Christ was the embodiment of forgiveness. Embodiment. We are worshipping him today. How he forgave people. Those who crucified were not the Jews actually. They were the Romans. The Roman authorities crucified him. But Paul decided that we should try to condemn the Jews, so the Jews have done it. Jews have not done it. And they condemned Jews forever. With this kind of a attitude, people hated Jews and they troubled them and they were tortured. The Jews also had a reaction. They are equally the same. So it's not the Jews, because it's never done that you ask a multitude, a magistrate asks the multitude whether you should crucify a thief or this man. It's never done. They have to take their own decisions. It's never done. So this is just to bring a curse on the Jews. This Paul has done the greatest harm. But now, thank God, we have many Jews, and we have also a center in Israel. It's working out all over. We have lots of people from Iran who have come to America, who are also Jews and who are also Muslims. They all have taken to Sahaja. So it is something that's happening, and also the Sufi people from Turkey, I hear, are joining us, and also Sufi people from India will be able to get them. So thus it will work out, and it will work out for everybody's good. But first of all, we should understand how Christ was and how his life was and how he loved the world. He came on this earth to be crucified. He knew he was to be crucified and he did it. The way they have given his picture is not correct. He was a very healthy, hefty, tall person. He had to carry that cross. Those people who paint him like a TB patient should know that if they have to carry the cross, can they do it? So all sorts of things they have done to harm his personality, to assassinate his character. But you being Sahaja should know about him and must have full respect, full faith in him. And he is your eldest brother. As Shri Ganesha is, he incarnates as your elder brother. He is there to look after you in every trouble, in every kind of turmoil. He is going to help us in every way, all the time, and only way is to surrender, to forgive. That is the quality of Christ we have to imbibe. May God bless you.
श्री आदि शक्ति मंत्र। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। आरती की तैयारी करते हैं। साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी सरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, आज का सामूहिक ध्यान हम आपके श्री चरणों में समर्पित करते हैं। आज के ध्यान में हमसे अगर कोई भूल हो गई हो तो कृपा कर हमें क्षमा कीजिए। आज के ध्यान में आपने हमें निरानंद प्रदान कर हमें चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित किया, इसलिए हम आपके हृदय से ऋणी हैं। संपूर्ण विश्व में विश्व निर्मल धर्म प्रस्थापित करने हेतु कृपा कर हमें सहयोग प्रचार प्रसार का शुद्ध एवं प्रभावी माध्यम बनाइए। Shri Mataji, we surrender today's evening meditation at your holy lotus feet. Forgive us, Shri Mataji, if we have been ignorant or made any mistake during this meditation. Shri Mataji, by your grace, we were able to gain the joy of vibrations and the knowledge that you have given us, for which we are always indebted to you. Shri Mataji, please make us your instruments for the establishment of Vishwa Nirmal Dharma. Shri Mataji, आपके श्री चरणों पर हमारे कोटि कोटि नमन, कोटि कोटि नमन, अनंत कोटि नमन। कलेक्टिव बंधन। आज की सूचनाएं इस प्रकार। नए साधकों के लिए साप्ताहिक ऑनलाइन ध्यान केंद्र लर्निंग सहजयोगा यूट्यूब चैनल द्वारा प्रति शनिवार को शाम 6:30 से 7:30 बजे लाइव प्रसारित हो रहा है। अगला सत्र 10 दिसंबर को होगा। नए साधकों को ये जानकारी प्रदान करें, सहज योग सीखने में उनको मदद होगी। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय क्रिसमस पूजा महोत्सव 23 दिसंबर से 25 दिसंबर 2022 नारगोल गुजरात में होगा। सारे सहजी इसमें आमंत्रित हैं। परम पूज्य माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय जन्म दिवस पूजा महोत्सव और सेमिनार 19 मार्च से 22 मार्च 2023 मध्य प्रदेश छिंदवाड़ा में होगा। 19 मार्च को शाम 5 बजे हवन होगा और 22 मार्च को सुबह 10 बजे जन्मदिन पूजा होगी। आप इस महोत्सव में सादर आमंत्रित हैं। आप रेल के रिजर्वेशंस या फ्लाइट के बुकिंग्स एडवांस में कर सकते हैं। होटल अकोमोडेशन के लिए स्क्रीन पर दिए हुए नंबर पर आप संपर्क कर सकते हैं। कल के कार्यक्रम इस प्रकार। अर्ली मॉर्निंग मेडिटेशन सुबह 4 बजे प्रसारित होगा। सुबह का ध्यान सुबह 5:30 बजे लाइव पर प्रसारित होगा। शाम का ध्यान शाम 7 बजे लाइव प्रसारित होगा। आज का ध्यान सत्र यही संपन्न होता है। जय श्री माताजी।
कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, 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 कैसे 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 गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के। सहजयोगदायिनी श्री निर्मल मागे, सहजयोगदायिनी श्री निर्मल मागे, माँ अवतार माँ आदिशक्ति के, कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, माँ है लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली, सरस्वती काली, माँ है लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली, दुर्गा भवानी महिषासुरमर्दिनी, माँ है लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली, दुर्गा भवानी महिषासुरमर्दिनी, भवसागर को पार कराने, भवसागर को पार लगाने, माँ अवतार माँ आदिशक्ति के, कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, शक्ति रूपिणी जय जगवंदिनी, शक्ति रूपिणी जय जगवंदिनी, त्रिभुवनेश्वरी जगत जननी, त्रिभुवनेश्वरी जगत जननी, सत्ययुग का प्रारंभ करने, सत्ययुग का प्रारंभ करने, अवतार माँ आदिशक्ति के, कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के, कैसे आ के कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के कैसे गुण गाऊं श्री माता जी के कैसे कैसे निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर, निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। दूर होगा मन का अंधियारा, दूर होगा मन का अंधियारा। निरानंद 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 मिलेगा। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ। मन है सिंहासन माँ को बिठाओ। मन है सिंहासन माँ को बिठाओ। चमत्कार कितने होते देखो। मन है सिंहासन माँ को बिठाओ। चमत्कार कितने होते हैं देखो। निर्विचार में तेरे मैं मिट जाता। ज्ञान मिलेगा स्वयं को परखने, ज्ञान मिलेगा स्वयं को परखने। कुछ कमी है तो ठीक करने, ज्ञान मिलेगा स्वयं को परखने। कुछ कमी है तो ठीक करने। शुद्ध इच्छा करो, साक्षी रूप धरो। शुद्ध इच्छा करो, साक्षी रूप धरो। क्षमा करो, आत्म साक्षात्कार मिलेगा। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। दूर होगा मन का अंधियारा, दूर होगा मन का अंधियारा। निरानंद 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 मिलेगा। निर्मल माँ के चरण कमल पर मन को लगाओ इस युग में। निर्मल माँ